Good morning, children. Good afternoon, everybody. We shall continue the lesson today. Good afternoon. Yes, we shall continue today the lesson, the ashes that made trees bloom. Children, we must learn some moral qualities from this Japanese lesson: compassion, honesty, hard working, and positive thinking towards the life. In this situation, you are also not interested to attend the classes since the progress is so. Because if your interest in learning new subjects, new things, that must be continued. So, in this Japanese stories, the old couple had a pet dog, and through that pet dog, they got the stimulation to work hard to continue the life since they are very old, and they treated as their son. It got every facilities comforts in the home, not like the other creatures. So this was going on well, and in the meantime the old dog gave them the gift of gold coins in their form, because every day they are going to farm with lot of intention and doing good to the people. They started working hard. That is why they are working hard. That is why the dog gifted them. There is this kind of a gold here. Yes, because they are growing crops and doing everything hard work. That is why if you continue to work hard, the God will give you many ways to success. If you are sitting home like this, you don't get. So this is what the compassion to the dog's compassion to the old man. Yes. So after this knowing, after getting the wealth also, they distributed the wealth to the poor people, poor neighbors. They celebrated a festival and also distributed the gold, remaining gold, and from that gold he got an acre of land to work continue. to work hard again. That's what children hear it is from this. But the poor neighbors and that cruel neighbors killed the dog, and the cunning neighbors, they didn't get anything from the dog. The dog also did not respond to them because they always kick the dogs and any kind of animals. Do not have any compassion, pity. In the grave, the dog was resting. Here, the man was sleeping. One day, he got a dream. In the dream, the dog came and asked him to cut this tree and make a machine for the work again. So, from that tree, the man came and prepared a machine, pastry machine, for cooking machine. So from that trunk, a section about 2 feet long with great labor, partly by fire, partly by the chisel, was scraped out of a hollow place as big as small ball. He then made a long handled hammer of wood, such as is used for pounding rice. When New Year's time drew near, he wished to make some rice pastry. When the rice was all boiled, Granny put into the mortar. The woodman lifted his hammer to pound the mass into dough. The blows fell heavy and fast till the pastry was all ready for baking. Suddenly the whole mass turned into a heap of gold coins. When the old man took the hand mill and filling it with the beans began to grind, the gold dropped like rain. So even after death, they continue to work hard and they express their love towards the God even after death. And the dog gave them this kind of gift. So positive thinking should continue even after failures. So this made the old neighbor, stingy, wicked neighbor came. They asked the borrowed the mortar and magic mill. They filled one with a boiled rice and the other with the beans. Then the old man began to pound. The woman to grind, but at the first blow and turn, the pastry and sauce turned into a foul mass of worms. So this is magical instrument and also spiritual dog. The spirit of dog that turned the rice pastry into mass of worms. So what you sow, that you get. If you sow anger, you will get it anger back. If you sow compassion, you will get it compassion back. The cruel, wicked, stingy neighbors, they gave trouble to the people, trouble to the dog, and trouble to the creatures. So that is why they are getting back the trouble. So whatever you give to the neighbors, they will give you back. Whatever you give to the nature, that will be returned to you. So this is what here the angry people couple chop the mill into pieces and to use as firewood. Even after this, the man came, okay, the old man came to them and asked softly, please give my, please give my pastry mill. But here they talked very violently, they talked very badly to them. Yes, they talked very badly to them, and this made very. After this, also they came flatly and tried to continue with a new hope of rain in the life. So take the ashes of the mill, sprinkle them on the. See, this is no. After a long time, after that, the old man dreamed again, and in the spirit of the dog spoke to him, telling him how the wicked people had burned the mill made from the pine tree. Take the ashes of the mill, sprinkle them on the withered trees, Withered trees means a barren, dry trees. The trees they do not have any leaves and flowers. So withered trees and they will bloom again, said the dog spirit in the dream. So the old man awoke and went at once to his wicked neighbor's house, where he found the miserable old pair sitting at the edge of the square fireplace. In the middle of the floor, smoking and sprinting from the time to time, they warmed their hands and feet with the blaze from the some bits of the mill. While behind them lay a pile of the broken pieces, the good old man humbly requested, asked for the ashes. Though the covetous couple turned up their nose badly at him and scolded him as if he were a thief, they let him fill his basket with the ashes. On coming home, the old man took his wife into the garden. It being winter, this is the time, very cold winter season now. Presently, you are seeing children. Their favorite cherry trees, their favorite cherry tree was bare. All the trees were bare. Okay? This tree was also bare. He sprinkled a pinch of ashes on it. And lo, it sprouted blooms until it became cloud of pink blooms which perfumed the air. So which turned the air into fragrance of the blooms. So this news was filled throughout the village and everyone ran out to see the wonder. This was wonder because all the trees were bare, dry, because the season, winter season. But the old man tree, cherry tree, was full of blooms, pink blooms, and perfume in the air. So this is very wonderful news. Caught the village, and shocking people came to see that. The covetous couple also heard the story and gathered up the remaining ashes of the mill, kept them to make wither trees blossom. The kind old man, hearing that his lord, the daimyo, was to pass along the high road near the village. So this old man came. See, all the trees are bare and dry. Only his trees, okay, blooming. See, half of the tree is blooming and the other is still. So the old man took the pinch of ash and threw upon them. The village set out to see him, taking his basket of ashes. As the train approached, he climbed up into an old withered cherry tree that stood by the wayside. Now, in the days of the Davies, it was the custom when their Lord passed by for all the loyal people to shut up their high windows. They even pasted them fast with a slip of paper so as not to commit the impertinence of looking. Impertinence means disturbing, okay? Doing, giving, throwing chant. Impertinence of looking down on his lordship. All the people along the road would fall upon their hands and knees and remain prostrate until the procession passed by. Okay, they remain prostrate means lying on the ground face downward with the post of respect. The train drew nearer. One tall, competent man marched ahead, crying out to the people by the way, "Get on your knees, get down on your knees." And every one kneeled down while the procession was passing. Okay, the train drew nearer. One tall, competent man marched ahead and crying out to the people by the way, "Get down on your knees, get down on your knees." So this is the way of respecting their daimyo's king. Suddenly, the leader of the man caught sight of the aged man up in the tree. He was about to call out to him in an angry tone. He was about to call the old man in angry tone, but seeing he was such an old fellow, he pretended not to notice him and passed him by. If this security man shouted at the old man would have chance of falling down. So that is why he tried to he acted, pretended means here, acted not to notice him and passed by him. So when the daimyo's palanquin drew near, palanquin means palaki, royal man, royal cart. So palanquin drew nearer, the old man taking a pinch of ashes from his basket and scattered it over the tree. Okay, it was a dry tree. He scattered it at over the tree. In a moment, it burst into blossom. So suddenly it turned to burst into blossom, full of flowers. The delighted Daimyo ordered the train to be stopped and got out to see the wonder. So King, that royal man, looked at the wonder of the old man. Calling the old man to him, he thanked him and ordered presents of silk robes, sponge cake, fans, and other rewards to be given him. He even invited him to his castle. So he invited him to castle to see him such a wonderful man in his palace. So the old man went gleefully home to share his joy with his dear old wife. So he shared his joyful, gleeful moment to share it with his wife. But when the greedy neighbor heard of it, he took some of the magic ashes and went out on the highway. There he waited until a Daniel's train came along, and instead of kneeling down like the crowd, he climbed a withered cherry tree. When the Daniel himself was almost directly under him, he threw a handful of ashes over the tree. He tried to do the same as old couple did. He took the magical ash, went to the highways, and sat upon the tree, waited for the king. Okay, then when directly the king was under him, Daimyo was under him, so he threw a handful of ashes over the tree, which did not change a particle, which did not change. It remained the same, remained the ash. Even a little bit particle would not change into blossom and etc. He threw a handful of ashes, the same thing. The wind blew the fine dust, the same dust in the noses and eyes of Daniel and his wife. Such sneezing and choking. They started sneezing and choking. It spoiled all the pomp and dignity of the procession. The procession spoiled, turned into disaster. Pomp, dignity of the procession. The man whose business it was to cry, "Get down on your knees," seized the old fool by the collar, dragged him from the tree, and tumbled him and his ash basket into the ditch by the road. Okay, then beating him soundly. They beated him soundly means perfectly all. He left him for dead. So, left him for dead means they beat him till his death. Thus, the wicked old man died in the mud. But the king, here, kind friend of the dog, dwelt in peace. Now, this time, the kind friend of the dog dwelt means lived. Dwelt means lived. Dwelling, live. Dwelt past tense. Dwelt in peace and plenty, and both he and his wife lived to a green old age. They lived very happily. Green old age means peaceful green old age. Green means a healthy, active, and prosperous life. Green is a symbol of prosperity. So William Elliot Crafts written the Japanese tea. This is a Japanese tea. So now you are supposed to finish the work with the language, work with the textbook, work with the language. Answer the following questions. The word farmer is a kind person. What evidence of his kindness do you find in the first two paragraphs? So children read the first two paragraphs and give me the details. Write the notes. What did the dog do to lead the farmer to the hidden gold? Whether hidden gold he got it. The dog do to lead the farmer. He tried to pinch him, carry him, drag him to the. He put his front legs on his body and dragged him to the spot. So this is what the spirit. Okay, how did the spirit of the dog help the farmer first? How did it help him next? First he gave him gold coins. After that, he came in dream and gave him a clue that the tree of pine tree should be turned into pastry mill so that you can cook the gold coins. Gold pastry. So what did the diamond reward the farmer put punish his neighbor for the same act? So rewarded diamond rewarded the farmer, but he punished his neighbor for his wicked, cruel nature. So write in a paragraph there. So working with the language, read the following conversation. What are you doing? Mridu, I am reading a book. Ravi, who wrote it? Ruskin Bond. Where did you find it? In the library. So notice who, what, where are question words. Questions that require information begin with the question words. Some other question words are when, why, where, which, and how. So always conversation begins with a question. Okay? So when, why, where, which, how, what, who, where. So these are the WH words or question words. So remember that what asks about actions, things, etc. Here what asks about actions, things. Who asks about people? Who are you? Who is she? Who is this? Which asks about people or things? Which person? Which train? Which bus? Which school? Where ask about place? When ask about time? Why ask about reason or purpose? How ask about means, manner or degree? Who's asked about possessions? Okay. Who's this? Who's this pen? Possession means the ownership of the house, books, pens, bicycle, etc. So now read the following paragraph and frame questions on the italicized phrases. See here italicized phrases school. So you get the answer. Anil is in school. In school must be answer. First one I will do. Where is Anil? Where is Anil? Anil is in school. So like this you make a questions. I am in school too. Anil is sitting in the left row. So okay. In the left row must be answer. So frame question by getting answer this. Okay. Italicized phrases. On the italicized phrases means italicized phrases must be answers, not the question. He is sharpening his pencil. Okay, sharpening his pencil must be answer. The teacher is writing on the blackboard. Here the teacher must be answer. Remove the word teacher and put a WH word. Okay, you remove the word teacher and insert a WH word. Children are writing in their copybooks. Some children are looking out of the window. Okay? Here, 7 questions you do it. So these are the language exercises. Develop writing skill, speaking skill, and also reading, writing, speaking. All these three are important skills. Reading, writing, speaking, listening. LSRW. Im or in to each of the following words and use them in the place where italicized words in the sentences. The project appears very difficult at first sight. So you remove very difficult at first sight, but it can be completed if we work hard, very hard. So the project appears impossible. Project appears impossible at first sight, but it can be completed if we work very hard. Okay, like this. We continue. So it was a cold morning and stars still glowed in the sky. An old man was walking along the road. See here, a cold morning, in the sky, an old man and was walking along the road. The road. Okay, here the words in italics are called articles a and or the. A and are indefinite articles. The is definite article. A is used before a singular uncountable noun. A is used before singular uncountable noun. An is used before a word that begins with a vowel sound. Okay? Vowel sound. A boy, a mango, a university, an actor, a university, an actor, an art. Here, an actor, a boy, an actor, an actor. Okay. Here, vowel sound is a. A university. University here is a consonant sound. It is not vowel sound. A, E, I, O, U are consonant letters, but we should consider sounds. A, E, I, O, U. An actor, a university. Why it is a university? University here it is considered in a vowel sound. University is not a vowel sound. It is a W, ya. Ya is a consonant sound. So that is why we should say university, not umbrella. In umbrella, U is a sounds a. Okay, umbrella. But you hear university. What is here? Here, university. It is university means not university. You just try to pronounce it like you, an umbrella, but a university. An R, S sign, an R, an apple, an actor, like this. So here you put all the material. There was once a play which became very successful. A famous actor was acting in it in the play. Here a play, here the play. His role was that of an aristocratic family who had been imprisoned in the castle of for 20 years. In the castle, particular castle. Okay. In the last act of the play, which someone would come on the stage with a letter which he would hand over to the prisoner. Even though an aristocrat was not expected to read the letter at here the letter at each performance. He always insisted that the letter be written out from beginning to end. In a paragraph, if it is if it is very common, if it is common noun or a proper noun or here rule is here in it is used in a singular uncountable noun. Singular countable noun, a letter is singular countable noun, you use a letter. But in the paragraph, if the word repeated next time, in the next repeat word letter, here a letter, in the next stage it is the letter. Okay, and in last dash also it is the letter. Read the letter at each performance. He always insisted that the letter be written out from beginning to end. Okay, in beginning only a play. If the word play continued in the paragraph, for the next time you write the play. Okay, children, you try to practice here. Here for your practice, would you like an apple or a banana? Okay, you take a banana. Oh, I would like an apple. Take a dash red one in dash fruit bowl. You may take dash orange also if you like. Which one? One beside dash. Okay, a one beside here one beside means here one is not a consonant. O is consonant, but sound is one, so that is why never takes an a one beside a banana. So this is so in the lesson also you get number of articles. You read the passage properly. You read the lessons carefully, putting your conscious effort and paying attention to the words and articles and verbs. So giving more concentration on your comprehension, understanding, and also grammar points. So if you do like